My name is Susan Lee, and I live in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay. And Susan's been with us for about 12 weeks, no, 16 weeks so far. And for you out there in our audience, first question I want to ask for Susan is, why did you start? Why did you think you needed personal trainer? Why did you get started?
Well, for one thing, I'd had this weight creeping on, and I'd been working out with another system for about 3 years, and I would lose some weight, and then I did the diet plan and would lose 10 pounds, and then I'd gain it back. And then I did the diet again and lost 10 pounds, and I could never get below 10 pounds, and I kept gaining it back. And I was actually considered one of the biggest losers because I had lost 30 pounds, but I had lost the same 10 pounds three times.
Same 10 pounds, yeah.
And I just was getting into this mindset, I am never going to be able to lose this weight. I'm just going to be overweight. And my knees were starting to go and give me lots of trouble, and I thought, in another few years, I'll be like my great aunt who spent her life in a wheelchair because she gained so much weight. She had the bad family knees, and she couldn't walk. And I thought, I don't want to spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So I got to do something.
Well, now that you've been with me and training with me for 16 weeks, tell us your what results you've experienced so far.
I've lost 26.5 pounds. My original goal, you asked me how much I wanted to lose, and I said, well, 20 to 25 pounds, because I was afraid to be too ambitious, and I thought, I can't even lose more than 10. How am I going to make 20? But I thought, well, okay, if I do make 20. So, but I've lost 26.5 pounds, and I think 14 1/8 inches, and I've gone down 2 dress sizes. And I was able to pull some of my favorite clothes out of my closet that I couldn't bear to get rid of and get back into them. And then I went on a shopping spree last week because all my pants were falling off.
That's nice.
And I got myself some new clothes. So
that's a good feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice not to feel frustrated with being stuck at that plateau?
Oh gosh, I hated shopping, literally, because I hated myself in everything.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. And I did have to buy some clothes last year because I was going to visit a dear friend in France who's got cancer, and I had to have clothes because my others didn't fit me anymore. But it was a miserable experience, and this time it was fun. Yeah. And I took a chance, and I got a dress that was kind of a different thing for me,
So how did it feel, like buying all these new clothes?
It felt great, yeah.
It's nice to get into those clothes.
Yeah.
You may have thought you may never have been able to get back into, right? No. Well, that's good. Now, I know we kind of went over the results, but what, in your opinion, has been the #1 most effective, biggest result that you've experienced?
It's hard for you to just pick one. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, I lost some weight, and I feel better about myself, but I would say that it's helped my health.
Really?
I've already been able to cut down on medication for acid reflux.
Great.
And and my knees.
Yeah.
I'm now being able to do squats, which I couldn't do when I started with you. You had to work around exercises that I couldn't do because my knees wouldn't hold up to it. And so I'm just feeling better all over. I have more energy. So I know that doesn't give you one, but they're all tied in together, and it's really hard to pick just one.
Absolutely, that's great. Just overall, your life has improved.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And the energy, in the past I'd always found that when I worked out, I was just tired, like that. But I think also because the first thing you told me was to keep a food log.
Right.
And after my first workout, before I came in for my next workout, I even lost 1.5 pounds just by cutting the calories. And then when I hit that plateau, you helped me, okay, let's look at your food log in detail. Besides cutting calories, what are you eating when? Right. So I think I'm eating more healthily. I know I'm eating more healthily.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that has a lot to do with why I'm feeling so good too.
And it might be interesting for the people out there who are watching, who think, oh man, she's got to be on some crazy, low carb, no fat, or some wacko diet to lose all this weight, 26.5 pounds in 16 weeks. What have you thought about the eating type of plan that we've been on?
Yeah, see, I think you started out telling me shoot for 1,600 to 1,800 calories, and then we gradually brought that down to 1,500, aiming for 1,500. But you also told me if it's even a good thing if you go a little bit over it, you know, about
Oh,
once
yeah.
a week, because just keeps your body, you know, from thinking, oh, it's starving to death. But I found that's actually a very livable amount of calories,
Right.
and it's not a high, it's not a like a low carb, high carb, no carb, all that. You know, I focus on protein and vegetables and fruits,
Right.
and
Mhm.
you know, I think that it's something I can live with.
Right.
And that's what I'm really aiming for, is something that is not a fad that I can,
Right.
I'm going to do this for 6 weeks.
Mhm.
Because if I can keep on living like this, when I get to my ideal weight, then, you
So
know,
you
I'll
feel like
stabilize.
this diet really hasn't been frustrating?
No,
I mean,
no.
do you feel like it, I mean, of course you got to restrict yourself from the
Yeah.
fried foods and stuff, but I mean,
Yeah.
do you feel like this has taken a huge toll on your sanity? Or
No,
do you
I
feel
don't.
like it's,
There have been 1 or 2 times when I was getting into this sort of deprivation mentality. I don't ever get to eat anything good. You know, everybody
Yeah.
else gets to eat this stuff and I can't have any. And so I said to myself, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a half of a brownie
right,
and savor it and enjoy it.
right,
And then I count those calories and I put them in there. And so that puts me a little bit over on that day.
Right.
And I behave myself for the rest of the week. And you actually had encouraged me to give up drinking wine. And I was like, I did cut it way down when I hit that plateau.
right.
And I mixed it with sparkling water and made myself a wine cooler. But I'm back up to 4 ounces pretty much most
Yeah.
evenings, not always. And it's okay. And I can live with that.
So you've been able to still eat desserts, still have,
Well, almost never.
almost never,
almost
but
never.
you're still able to eat good foods.
Right.
But you've combined with the workout system that we do, and the eating habits that we've developed, you can still have good foods, and you're not restricting yourself from some, you know, good tasting
Right.
food.
Right.
So you're still getting good. You're
Right.
still having good foods, but you know,
Yeah.
not going nuts. So
Well, and you know, I used to love to eat just a plain unsweetened yogurt with fruit cut up in it at night. And you told me, okay, that's carbs. There's a lot of
Right.
carbs in yogurt. It's a bad thing to eat. At night, you need to switch to cottage cheese.
right,
Well, I don't like fruit and cottage cheese, but I was able to find a kind of yogurt that's got just as much protein and just as few carbs as cottage cheese. And so I just buy that yogurt, and that's my dessert with some fresh fruit. And you know what? It's great. I love it. So I don't, you know, if other people are having ice cream and I get to have a little yogurt with fruit in it, I don't feel deprived.
yeah, absolutely. Hey Sherry. Hey, sorry about that. You can come in. The mirror. Oh, okay. The mirror had, like, the camera's reflecting off the mirror and it can see here. If you want to come in and just stand over here, you'll be fine. All right.
So, are you going to demonstrate a workout?
All right. All right. So, last question. And trust me, Susan, when I say this, there's tons of people out there who are watching this right now who are debating, geez, should I make the jump into a personal training system? You know, I could easily just go to a gym. I could easily just go to a gym, work out, and see if it works.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm kind of leaning towards doing something like this. I just want to do it, but I'm not too sure. What would you tell people who are on the fence, who are thinking about it?
I would say if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, that probably means you're like me. You really need to do something about it. And probably other things that you've tried, like me, have not worked. And I would say go for it. I think knowing that I have paid you so that I can come here, that's a big motivation not to sleep in and not to put it off.
Right.
The idea, well, let's see, I can go to the gym, you know, well, I can do a few more things around here and then I'll go to the gym and then, oops, it's too late, you know, it's
Yeah.
closed for lunch or it's closed or whatever. I think it's the consistency. It got me getting up in the morning. I didn't think I could get up in the morning. You know, it got me getting up.
Yeah.
And I'm done with my workout and I'm ready to hit my day. And actually, I have to tell you this. The first time or two that I drove home, because, I mean, I used to sleep till 8 o'clock in the morning. The first time or two that I drove home, I got here, I got up at 7 o'clock. I got here before 8 o'clock, did my workout. I'm driving home at 8:30 in the morning, and I felt so self-satisfied and smug. It was terrible. It was really terrible. But, you know, it was a good feeling because I thought, I'm not a morning person. I
Right.
can't work out. I can't do this stuff. And I was doing it.
That's
and
right, yeah.
and it was really a good feeling. And I would say, go for it. The discipline, the help that you've given me with my food log that got me through my plateau,
Right.
and all of that, that's just completely invaluable. The personal attention.
Right.
You're not going to find that at a gym. You're not going to find a trainer who's willing to sit down with you and go over your food log day by day and say, well, this food is okay, but you should be eating it at this time of the day
Right.
instead of when you're eating it. I just think that personal attention is great.
Great.
So,
All right, Susan. Well, thank you so much for
thank
sitting
you.
down. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm sure we'll hear more great success from you in the very near future. All right.